There's a half-burned neon sign buzzing over my head, flickering like it's trying to whisper truths I ain't ready to hear. The bar stool under me knows every weight I've carried. Every night I've stumbled in chasing ghosts. Instead of prayers I pour more bottle into this broken heart and hope into any new sunrise. Sometimes the dark feels like an old friend sitting close, telling me I ain't built to ride. My hands still shake from choices I ain't proud of. Lord knows I run farther than any man should run. Dust on my boots, gravel in my voice, but none of that ever led me home. I keep reaching for the bottom of the glass, like it's holding something sacred and right. But deep down in my bones I already know whiskey ain't enough tonight. 'Cause whiskey ain't enough tonight. Not to drown the sound of what I'm fighting, not to hush the hurt that keeps on rising, not to chase away the demons I keep hiding. I've tried to burn, I've tried to bite, but nothing fills a hollow in my life. I can lie to every stranger in this bar's neon light, but whiskey ain't enough tonight. There's a photograph folded in the corner of my wallet. Edges worn like the mistake carved into my past. A smile still hits me like a freight train from the truth, the kind that makes a man realize what slips too fast. I traded a love for late nights and lost beds, for bruised fists and stubborn pride. Thought I could drown the guilt with another round, but guilt's a swimmer and never died. I've been running from the man in the mirror, dodging every glance that shows who I've become. A sinner dressed in denim and bad habits, counting losses like the victories I've won. The jukebox plays a mournful tune in the back, like it knows my story line for line. All these strangers talk, but none of them see the war behind my eyes. 'Cause whiskey ain't enough tonight, not to drown the sound of what I'm fighting, not to hush the hurt that keeps on rising, not to chase away the demons I keep hiding. I've tried to burn, I've tried to bite, but nothing fills a hollow in my life. I can lie to every stranger in this bar's neon light, but whiskey ain't enough tonight. Maybe it's time to quit running from the truth, time to face the man I've been avoiding. Maybe it's time to stop patching wounds with lies and liquor that ain't healing nothing. There's a road out there somewhere that don't end in a bottle or a fight. Maybe redemption ain't as far as it feels. Maybe it starts with walking into the night, but my boots stay glued to this wooden floor. Fear's got a grip I can't unwind. All the voices tell me I ain't worth a damn, and sometimes I believe every line. But there's a softer voice under all that noise, a whisper that feels like a lifeline tight. It says, son, there's more than the pain you carry, but whiskey ain't enough tonight. step outside into the quiet, where the cold breath of midnight hits my skin. Cigarette embers glow along the curb, like fallen stars giving up where they've been. The moon hangs heavy watching me wobble, judging every scar I've earned. But somewhere deep inside these busted ribs, a tiny ember starts to burn. I step outside into the quiet, where the cold breath of midnight hits my skin. Cigarette embers glow along the curb, like fallen stars giving up where they've been. The moon hangs heavy watching me wobble, judging every scar I've earned. But somewhere deep inside these busted ribs, a tiny ember starts to burn. Maybe tomorrow I'll try to be better. Maybe I'll call the ones I pushed away. Maybe I'll learn that forgiveness is something bought with how much I pay. I've been a storm, I've been a wildfire, I've been the center, the fool to fight. But somewhere in the dark I'm starting to see a little sliver of light. 'Cause whiskey ain't enough tonight, not to hold back the flood I'm facing, not to stitch wounds I've been replacing, not to numb the truth my heart's been chasing. I've tried to burn, I've tried to bite, but nothing feels so hollow in my life. I can't outrun the man I am in this moonlit quiet. And whiskey ain't enough tonight. No, whiskey ain't enough tonight. Not for sorrow, not for pain, not for fight. Guess it's time I finally learn whiskey ain't what makes me right.